What's up guys, my name is Ace, and the Season 4 update is finally here, and with this we have two brand new weapons that came in the Battle Pass. And these are the Fennec SMG, which is heavily based on the Kriss Vector, as well as the CR-56 AMAX, which is based off of the Galil ACE 32. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering all of the basic, most important stats that you need to know about for both of these weapons, just to give you an indication of how good they are, how powerful they are, and this may help you make a few decisions as to how you want to run these guns when it comes to attachments. Keep in mind, this is not a replacement for my actual gun guide series. I will be doing proper gun guides once I get back from my vacation, which I'm leaving for in the morning for about a week or so. So you won't see gun guides on these for another week and a half, probably, roughly. But these stats should at least get you on your feet until I get those proper gun guides out. So let's start it off with unlocking these. With the Fennec SMG, this is unlocked on tier 15 of the free battle pass. Keep in mind, you don't have to actually buy the premium battle pass for this. You just have to get to tier 15 and you will unlock it. And then the CR-56, this is unlocked on tier 31 of the battle pass. But let's start it off with the stats with the Fennec SMG. With this, our damage profile to the torso is 25, 20, 18, 15, which means this is going to be a 4-shot kill to the body up close. And then at longer ranges, as long as you're still hitting those torso shots, it's going to be 7 shots to kill. This is actually the same damage profile as the P90. When it comes to ranges though, it's really not good in this department. Its ranges are actually slightly worse than the P90. And you can see that beyond about 22 meters, this thing is going to be a 7-shot kill. So it's really designed for those close quarters situations. As for a rate of fire, I calculated this at about 1,111 rounds per minute. That's exactly what it came out to for me, at least, based on hand testing, which is insanely fast. This is by far the fastest firing primary weapon in the entire game. And what this means for our time to kill values is up close in the 4-shot kill range, our time to kill is 162 milliseconds, which is extremely fast, but it's still not quite as fast as the MP5, which is a little bit ridiculous. Then when you get all the way out to the 7-shot kill range, it will drop down to 324 milliseconds, which isn't really all that terrible considering it's an SMG at longer ranges. As for the next thing I wanted to have a look at that's really important with the Fennec is the recoil. Especially with a rate of fire this high, you would expect the recoil to be like completely out of control, but I found it's actually not that bad. Yes, it does have quite a bit of recoil and it does kick upwards fairly strong, but I was actually pretty surprised at just how good this was for a gun that has a rate of fire over 1,000 rounds per minute. As for a few other important stats to have a look at, our base magazine capacity is only 25 rounds, so you definitely want to be unlocking those 40-round mags because you burn through magazines practically instantly with this. Then our aim down sight time is 220 milliseconds, which is fairly standard for SMGs. And the same thing goes with our sprint out time. This is very standard for SMGs at 133 milliseconds for our standard sprint out time and 217 milliseconds for our tactical sprint out time. And that pretty much covers it for the basic stats I wanted to mention with the Fennec in today's video. Like I said, I'll be going into much greater detail in the gun guide. But I also wanted to briefly mention that you can put hollow point rounds on this, which gives you a 12-round magazine that's a 2-round burst. And this is quite similar to the hollow point rounds on the Striker 45, except the rate of fire is way faster. The rate of fire within the burst is about 1,000 rounds per minute, and there's very little burst delay. Now again, not going to get into all of the nitty-gritty details here, but I wanted to briefly show you, with this, it's going to be a 3 to 4-shot kill, assuming you're hitting the torso, and it's actually got a great range profile. The problem with this though is our bullet velocity is very slow, so at longer ranges, it's very hard to hit consistent shots on moving targets. But that about covers it for all the important things I wanted to mention with the Fennec SMG. Now I want to move into the new assault rifle, which is that CR-56 AMAX, or the Galil ACE. With this one, we've got an upper torso damage profile of 42, 38, 33, 28, which means as long as you're hitting the upper torso, this is going to be a 3 to 4-shot kill. On top of that, our rate of fire is 645 rounds per minute, which is better than the SCAR as well as the AK-47, which this is the most similar to. And this means we get a very solid time to kill of 186 milliseconds in the 3-shot kill range, and then that drops off to 279 milliseconds in the 4-shot kill range. And speaking of those ranges, we can have a look at them right here. You can see there is an excellent 3-shot kill range out to about 40 meters with this. Although keep in mind, from about 24 to 40 meters, you do have to be hitting them in the upper torso. If you hit them in the lower torso, this will be a 4-shot kill. But from 0 to 24 meters, you can shoot them anywhere in the body and you're getting that really nice 3-shot kill. Now, as for our recoil, you can see that it's got a decent amount of recoil, but the key thing I wanted to point out here is unlike the AK-47, this thing doesn't have a huge jump after the first shot. It's got a pretty consistent recoil pattern all the way up, and therefore I really feel like I'm going to like this gun a lot more than the AK-47. Not only does it fire faster, it also has more controllable recoil, and in a lot of situations at least, it's still going to be a 3-shot kill, just like with the AK-47. A couple other stats to look at though, our aim down sight time is exactly 280 milliseconds, which is a bit slow for the assault rifles, but it's actually still faster than the AK-47. And then our sprint out time is completely standard for assault rifles at 267 milliseconds for our standard sprint out time and 400 milliseconds for our tactical sprint out time. So overall, for the base version of the AMAX, I'm actually liking it quite a bit as that nice, high damage, but slightly slower rate of fire assault rifle. However, just like with the Fennec SMG, we also have a sort of conversion kit for this. And once again, I did want to just briefly touch on the stats that I'm going to get into much more detail with the gun guides. But with this sort of conversion, it's not really a proper conversion. We are using M67 rounds, and this is just a 10-round magazine, which also converts the gun into semi-auto. Now, this is going to be a 2 to 3 shot kill in core game modes, just like the FAL, although it has a significantly lower fire rate cap than the FAL. I measured 309 rounds per minute, which isn't great by any means. It's actually a little bit slower than the SKS even. But the upside here is we get significantly better handling than both the SKS as well as the FAL. And what this means is for those people that like being really aggressive with semi-auto assault rifles, this might be a good choice for you because you can be much more aggressive than the FAL and the SKS. And to top all of this off, it's got a better headshot multiplier than the FAL, and you can get a one-shot headshot up close with this ammo on this gun. So that's the big benefit there compared to the FAL. And that does carry over to Warzone as well. So you can deal massive amounts of damage to the head with this 10-round mag on the CR-56. The big downside, though, is it is only a 10-round mag, and that could screw you over in a lot of situations, especially within Warzone, where you have to deal with armor and health, and often multiple enemies. But with that, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover as far as the basic stats go for these two brand new weapons. Like I said, stay tuned to the channel for the gun guides, which will be coming in about a week and a half or so after I get back from vacation. Of course, though, I would like to know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about these new guns? Do you think they're good, bad, somewhere in between? Just let me know your initial thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.